free race in Daytona featuring a safety car hosted by PUREracing. And first we got ourselves, who is this? I can't even read the names for these three. We got an American, a Frenchman, American, a Dutchman, American, a Brit, another American. We've got something sweet at the bottom too. Not quite Stefan, but it will do. Third place we got our Loki on the screen right now. Driving the Porsche 911. Here we got Flobster, repping the special July 4th livery. Something new, somewhat good for the eagle on the side. Looking fancy, looking shiny. That's a car you're gonna remember. That's one you can't miss. So currently the Frenchman leads. Behind is Flobster. Third place, our Loki, the Dutchman. Fourth place, I'm just gonna call him 420. We're not even gonna try to read that name out. Followed by Woodson. And Winston in 6th, holding it down for the UK. 7th place we got Max, host of MPM's Racing, Friday Honduras, of course. We're looking at now, we got Sets, the Aussie. I believe we got 2 Aussies on the grid right now, but I'll have to double check that when the camera allows me to. Behind him we got the Canadian, Terrible Tim. Let's hope we don't do nothing terrible today. Don't need nobody dying, no penalties, nobody crying. Who's that behind it? I don't even know who that guy is, but he seems pretty quick. Pretty nice car too. Very nice choice of livery. And behind him is another name I would not even try to pronounce. Followed by Twisty and moving 14th currently. For the first sector, then for the second lap. Still in 12th place, but he's hanging in there. Number 88. 13th place, Twisties. So we've got the 2 BMWs in 13th for 12th. It's not a good advertisement for the Bridal Tour. Lamborghini driver, or one of the Lamborghini drivers I should say, Mu. Another Aussie does the safety car. I guess there's a good reason to show that. That is the star of the show today, the safety car competition. Very rarely do we race with a safety car. Provides a good opportunity for new tactics, of course, for the drivers. And we'll see how that shapes out. Hopefully we won't have too many safety cars, but hopefully we won't have too few either. It's nice to shake up the grid a little bit. First place, Jonathan, a Frenchman. Very high speed. Followed by Flobster, who's also a very high speed driver. And our Loki. He's holding his ground there, showing them he's worth the spurt. Followed by Mr. 420, the Stone Stallion we'll call him. The Stone Stallion. Max following behind in the bright yellow, the Bumblebee, can't miss it. Camera now on the Australian Sets in the Porsche 911. Followed by Winston and Tim. Car number 60. I'll keep that in my mind in case I forget his name. We have Winston in the Audi. I believe that's the only Audi on the grid, but I may be wrong. Into the high speed section of the track then. Winston in 9th place, coming towards the middle of the third lap, I should say. Unless I'm reading the map wrong. But they're on the track, that's the most important thing. 10th place, we have most inconvenient name you could possibly ask for. And who's this guy? I don't know who he is. Looks pretty cool though. Christy following behind. Once again, the two BMWs, 13th and 12th. If I was BMW right now, I would be furious. Terrible advertisement. Winston then in 12th place. Number 88 in 11th. Place card in the Canadian. Terrible Tim. Very close, but very clean. No safety car yet. Not yet. Go through the first sector, I should say. Camera on the Lamborghini now. Now back on the Aussie. Sets in the Porsche. Ahead of him is Woodson. Behind him is the inconvenient name once again. Here we are then, another special livery in celebration of the July 4th for the Americans. There's a lot of them here, but only 2 of them represented. That's all I'll say. Here we got the Swede, Pixel. Sixth place as they come to the high-speed section of the track. Max MPM, the man himself, in the yellow Bumblebee. Very nice looking livery. Listen to that car, man. That's the sound you can't get. You can. What's the word? That's a nice sound. We'll say that. The Stone Stallion, then. I'm gonna remember that name. That's what we're calling him, the Stone Stallion. There he is, 4th place. That's his best, relative to his previous best lap in that sector. Flobster, number 2, by far the best livery on the grid, if I do say so. Looking good, driving fast, they're doing it in style. It's always good to see. At their home race, of course. But the Frenchman leads, which is not what they would. Not what they wanted to. But here we go. You can't say he's a worthy of the lead. This man, well, look at the speed of that car. However, he's followed by a worthy opponent. And he should be I'm sure he's aware of who's behind him right now. Checking his mirrors constantly. Don't check them too much though. These walls are pretty hard. But here they come again. Just sweeping left, right, left. Looking at the push down to 11. Have another push. The Ferrari driver. We have a Lamborghini, got to the AMG, BMW Porsche, I don't know what that is. Another BMW. 15 cars on the grid, a lot of competition, a lot of room for failure. Now we've got a crash. Is Winston's crashed in the Audi? Let's get a look at the replay there. Too much of that curve on the front left tire there, and it's pulled him in. And barely heard the impact, but that wall was not conveniently placed for him. That's going to knock him back a little bit, and I wouldn't be surprised if a safety car comes out due to debris. Doesn't look like a lot, but at such high speed, anything can fly anywhere. It's the safety car cup, so any excuse for a safety car, of course. What is a safety car cup without a safety car? So, getting ready to pit after that crash. And the Dutchman also pitting ahead of him, although just exited the pit. On his out lap now. Winston getting ready to pit. There's a lot of pit crew, but there's not a lot of car. Here he is. Quick tyre change. And I'm sure he'll be making himself a cup of tea as he waits for that car to refuel. Here is the other Rosie. I knew there was two of them on the grid. 13th place at the moment. I'm sure that will change. Mu in a Lamborghini. Number 12. Referring to his position, of course, not his car number. And we have a half-second penalty. Yep, Terrible Tim has done some terrible things. A half-second penalty. So whoever's behind him now won't be pushing too hard to try and overtake him. It's not worth the risk. If they've got a penalty, you may as well just let them go ahead into the penalty zone, and as they slow down, take the opportunity. Lap 6 then, out of 33. Now it sets the Australian coming in for the pit. Once again, there's a lot of pit crew, but not a lot of car. Into sector 1 then. Crew goes twisty. That's a very good shot. You can see a lot from that angle. So we see followed by Tim, Twisty, followed by me, and I believe that's Ryan. Not too much action in this sector, but it looks like we've got a safety car. Can't see the safety car at the moment, but if there isn't a safety car, they've all lost the plug. Tires warm. So we got Flopster in second and the Frenchman in first once again. So as it stands, he is the realistic leader of this race. But we'll see how things shape up after the safety car. Of course, we're going to see some pit strategies come into play. People will stay out, people will go in. Although those who save their fuel the most will likely come out on top. Of course, there's advantages to using a lot of fuel, because you can make up that time that you lose at a pit stop by driving faster. But if you save fuel, you may not have to pit for half as many laps as the rest of the grid do. The Australian then sits in 14th place. Winston in 15th as they come to collect the rest of the pack behind the safety car. Here they are. So we got a lot of cars going into pit then, as expected. Presumably the biggest problem is fuel. The tyres will wear, of course, over time, but fuel is always the biggest burner. Oftentimes you'll see drivers coming into the pits and their tyres seem to be completely fresh. But it's the fuel that gets them. The pit crews are ready, just waiting on their drivers. Tyres on for me, tyres on for Twisty, tyres on for Pixel, and tyres on for Max. Tyres on for the Stone Stallion, tyres on for Flubster, tyres on for the Frenchman, and it's coming in. Nope. Saw that angle a little bit wrong there. He is not going into the pits, and the Frenchman leaving the pits, followed by Twisty, and everyone else who was in the pits presumably will leave not far behind them, unless something's gone wrong. We have Sets then in 6th place, number 60. safety cars run for 2 laps maximum. And in which time, of course, the drivers will make their decision as to whether they change tires, refuel, or stay out if they think they're able to. Only lap number 8 out of 33, so very early days. Nothing could really be decided at this point. There's the safety car then, the star of the show. And now that they've all pitted, they're on fresh tires, fresh fuel, and it would just be a case of keeping those tires warm for the restart. They'll know better than anybody. You go full throttle and I restart with cold tires. Oh, what's number 88 doing? He's having a bad day. Safe to say the Americans will be keeping their independence, as the British team does not seem to be doing a lot. But it's the taking part that counts, eh? As in the safety car then, as they get ready for the restart. The safety car in and racing resumes. So the Lamborghini in first place. I will not attempt to pronounce his name, so he will just be the Lamborghini for the remainder of this race. Picking up a little bit of grass there, but he stays on the track. And as it begins to turn to night, you can see the glow from their front brakes. Let's see just how hot those brakes are getting and how fast these cars are going. Terrible Tim then. Oh, that was a terrible thing to do. I don't want to judge who was who from that, based on the angle I was looking at it. But I'd say that was simply a racing incident. Lamborghini is still in first place then, followed by Woodson. My prediction, I don't think the Lamborghini will be there for very long. And we have the Frenchman, still the favourite for the win, of course, as it stands the realistic leader of the race. Followed by the Hopper. Oh, somebody's gone up. I think that was the Australian, 6. Followed by Rhino then. So to go for the order currently, we have the Lamborghini, the green Lamborghini, whose name I will not pronounce, in first. Second place we have Woodson. Third place we have Rhino, the Australian. Fourth place we have the Stone Stallion. Fifth place we have Flobster. Sixth Winston. Seventh the Dutchman. Oh, and that's just changed. Let's see what Winston's doing here. Camera on Jonathan again. Making up some places there. As on maxed in at the moment as we come into this right hand turn. There's a little bit of contact there, and yep, somebody's got him. I can't imagine that would go without a safety car, although there is a 15-minute window that has to be taken up before a safety car can come out again, so that may just get away with that one. BMW then leading the Canadian. Just the sweeping turns then. Very fast turns. Very easy to get it wrong. But when you get it right, you have a huge advantage. Eyes on Max again, then in 8th place as he creeps up behind me. It looks almost definitely he's going to take that 7th place. And they cross the line for the 11th lap. Frenchman in 5th. Oh, down he goes. Mute is off the track. That's Lamborghini number 2. By the sound of those tires squealing, I couldn't see a lot, but I think that was a lot of carnage. Back to my favorite angle of this track then. And here we have a nice shot of the cars coming through. Mute in 7th place. He's recovered that pretty well. Held on. That's always an advantage, of course, when you're able to hold on after a bit of a slide. Third place, we have Frogster. So just to go over the grid order again. First place, we have the green Lamborghini, whose name I still will not pronounce. Second place, we have the Australian Rhino. Third place, we have the Stone Stallion. Not sure who's 4th, 5th or 6th because it's not currently showing. There we go, 6th is Winston. 5th is Woodson. 7th is the 88 car, BMW M6. Camera on Max again as he flies through. Creeping up behind the BMW. Surely he'll take it. The speed advantage seems quite clear. But as they cross the line, number 88 BMW stays ahead. But will it be for long? That's the question. Can he hold him up? Can he defend as they come into the first sector? Lap number 12, of course. Somebody said the grass there, I believe. That's my eyes deceive me. 5th place is Max. Now it's the number 88, and I believe that could be the end of their battle for now. With the yellow Bumblebee winning that battle. Here we have Winston, 4th place. Nearly go out wide there, but he kept it up. Winston in 3rd. Followed by Winston, so to go over the grid again, we have 1st place, the Lamborghini, and 2nd place, the Frenchman, who's climbed his way back up. And as it stands, he is still the realistic leader, based on position and pace. Into the sweeping turns then. We will hold out, we will exit that corner with a speed advantage. Right now it's looking pretty equal, as we have 420 leading Jonathan at the moment, leading the Frenchman. Let's see how it goes as they under the high speed sector of the track. Camera changing a couple of times there. We'll pick on someone when the camera slows down. Look at that Dutchman flying free. And the Australian push. Pretty sweeping turns, nice and clean. Haven't had too much drama yet. A single safety car so far. Woodson is getting for fuel by the looks of it. There he is, refueling that AMG. It's looking like fuel use will be the make or break of this race. Right on once again, the Australian push into the first sector. too much happening on screen right now, but we got the Dutchman. We cover the grid order again. Yeah, the Frenchman is in first now, so once again, still the realistic leader, followed by the Star Stallion. Third place is Winston. Not sure who's in fourth place right now because the board does not show it. However, fifth place we have Sets, the Aussie. Sixth place, the 88 BMW. Seventh place, Pixel, the Swede. Eighth place, New in the Lamborghini. Ninth place, we have Twisty in the BMW M6. Sets then, onto the 88 BMW. See the glow of those brakes as they fly through that first turn. Coming on the push. A lot of cars bunched up into that corner there. So currently in fourth place, we got Max in fourth place, following Winston in third. And by the looks of it, he's most likely, there we go. I'm just going to say, Max is most likely to take that third place, and as we can see, he's going to take that third place, and it's a 1 second penalty for the Audi driver, which is not a good day, not a good day for him. He spun, caused the safety car early in the race. He's now got a 1 second penalty after losing his third position. So we have third place, Max, through the sweeping turns. Second place, the Star Stallion and the green Porsche 911. Or 911. I think some people are going to want to kill me for saying 911. But there we go, best of the session from the Frenchman. 145. I'm not even going to pretend I can read those milliseconds down there, but it's a 145. Coming up the first sector then, followed by the push. The Max remains in third place with quite a decent advantage behind him. The cameraman appears to fall asleep. Posted in fourth place then. He's done pretty well to maintain that fourth place, considering the penalty. Camera on the Bumblebee once again then. He seems pretty safe and comfortable. Nobody close enough to attack. But equally, at the moment, he isn't close enough to attack anybody else. So, quite a content drive for the third place car. Not too much to worry about. Into the higher speed sector of the track then. This is where a lot of the guys run at lower downforce. We'll see their advantage, of course. But the braking zones will be with the guys running higher downforce. Will obviously see their advantage with more corner grip, lead to more corner speed. Fourth place again then, Winston still held that position. Looks in eighth. Number 88 car in ninth place, followed by Loki in the push. The Australian push. 11th place as it stands, followed by the Lamborghini as well. Just a quick audio check there, so we're still eyes on Loki. And as I said, the camera's changed. I believe what we've got going on here is a little battle for ninth place. Although the gap seems quite wide, so it might be a bit early to say that. Into sector one then. Let's see how this shapes out. Ninth place got him. followed by the Porsche. Not too much to worry about, the 88 car. He definitely knows who's behind him, and he will be aware of that. Checking his mirrors, of course. But once again, not checking too much. Because he does have a history of checking his mirrors. And once he turns around to check what's in front of him, he's got whiplash. 6th place for Probster then. Sits in 5th place for the Australian. One of 2, I believe. 4th place Winston remains. 3rd place for Max again. Stone Stallion in 2nd. And the Frenchman is in 1st. He's just coming for a pit with 0 liters of fuel left. Left that tight, but he got in there. Lap 17 out of 33. And he'll be followed into the pits by Max and Winston. So 2 of those cars currently running soft tires. However, they will change to a different compound. And then 3 cars follow behind them running medium tires, and they may also change to a different compound. However, they might not, completely optional. And with the addition of a safety car, of course, they do have the advantage of not having to worry too much about tire wear, more about fuel consumption. Wheels on for system. Wheels on for the Lamborghini. Down he goes and wet the ridge here. The green Lamborghini in 11th place. And he's going to take advantage of those pit stops, bringing him up to 6th place. But no, he's beaten out of the pits by sets. Never a nice feeling when you're beaten by a guy that has to drive at a speed limit. Woodson then in 14th place as it stands, moving 13th. Once again, beating us upon out of the pit lane. Oh, really? And I think Woodson has just held him off there. Very close. I think we're going to see a little battle here. As they come into a right-hand turn. So we have new follow on Woodson. Lamborghini versus the AMG. And camera pans now to the Audi driver. Probster in 10th place. We have the Australian Porsche followed by Max, and here we go. And there we go. Max takes that position with what looked like no effort to. We're going to see a little battle shape up between these two. Hopefully it doesn't lead to anything too dramatic. Don't think anybody's race is being ruined, but of course one man's ruined race is another man's gain, so as long as you're not driving, I suppose it's a win for someone. So we have 2 cars pitting now, and they will come around into the first sector and take advantage of those pit stops. We're up to 18 out of 33. Max is 7th place now. Cameraman appears to fall asleep again. Twisty. Yeah, the number 9 car. It's very tempted to say the American, but there's too many of them here. So I'm having to say either their place or the car they're driving. Lobster. And we have Max in the Bumblebee. The Stone Stallion up at a distance there as they go to the left-hand turn. That will lead them on to high speed sector of this trail. We've got the green Lamborghini here. 5th place wave at the moment. We gained some positions. Following sits the Australian, and in 3rd place with the 88 car, BMW. 2nd place the Frenchman, and 1st place with Arlo. good then as they fly through the high-speed sector of the track. Second place then. First place car has pitted, and the third place car will also pit, similarly due to fuel. And the Frenchman regains the lead. Once again, remains to be the favourite for the win here. Sets in another Australian push. I realised I was calling the other one an Australian push, but they're both at the push, and they're both Australian. The BMW number 88 coming for a tyre change at a pit stop. Currently running a medium tyre. Will most likely switch to a soft. Whether that's a good idea or not, we will find out at some point soon. 10th place there for R. Loki. Ahead of him is Woodson in 9th. 8th is Winston. 7th is Twisted. 6th is Flopstar. 5th is Max in the Bumblebee. Looking good. Onto the high-speed sector of the track. 4th place is the Stone Stallion. 3rd place we have the green Lamborghini. 2nd place, Sets. And 1st place, once again, the Frenchman. He's looked strong this entire race. Nobody can really touch him aside from pit stops by the looks of it so far. Of course, whenever he pits, there's always an opportunity to take advantage of that, and that is a safety car. I'm not sure what crash has caused this, but I believe we should be seeing a replay to let us know which crash has caused it at some point soon. And here we go, it's Winston again on the same turn, doing the exact same thing, the same mistake. He will not be happy with it. And that, as far as we can tell, will be the reason for the safety car. Twisty in 7th. But of course, there'll be no overtaking of the safety car. So, full speed ahead to catch the pack. But once you've caught the pack, it's slow mode until those lights go out again. A few drivers will take advantage of this thing by taking their pit stops for their fuel and their tires. A few of the drivers don't choose to fill the tank all the way, and that's either a confidence thing, whereas they think they can save the fuel, or a strategy to make sure the car is lighter than their opponents, who may choose to fill the car with as much fuel as possible. But of course, with that, you get the disadvantage of added weight to the car. 4th place Winston, 5th place Woodson in the AMG, followed by the Ferrari. So we have 2 laps of the safety car. I believe this will be 1 lap. And then, yeah, so we'll have another lap after this, if I'm counting correctly. Keeping the tires warm there. No, that nearly went horribly wrong for the yellow car in the distance. There's the safety car then, and the leader. Probably the smoothest driving we've seen all race. 20 laps now, out of 33. So we have 13 laps to go. The Frenchman's still in 1st place. And I've said quite a few times, but I will say once again, the favourite for this race, and he remains in his position. Remains the fastest man on track, in the highest position, behind the safety car. He will control the pace at the restart, so it's looking good for him. Safety car then, once again the star of the show. Even though it isn't racing, there's no safety car race without a safety car. A huge advantage for the drivers, which are used to just racing for tires and fuel, and calculating your pit stops by yourself, which becomes a bit of a challenge. But when you have a safety car coming out, it gives you an opportunity to take a few more risks and be comfortable that you'll at least be able to catch the pack. if not lead. A few of the drivers here, of course, most obvious one being Max, coming from the MPM Racing Friday Fundura Endurance League. So those guys will be used to the time change from Daytona and used to the fuel management and tire conservation. And there'll be a few drivers in here that haven't came from that league. May have done similar sort of racing elsewhere, but as far as I know, maybe at a disadvantage as far as the endurance side of this race comes. Here we got the safety car again, followed as we expect by the Frenchman. If it wasn't by the Frenchman, we'd have some angry stewards. Fair plays for the Bumblebee. I believe the safety car will be in this lap. So just getting them tires warmed up. They know what's about to happen. They know they need to be ready. And they will be ready. Of course, for those lights to go out once again, figuratively of course. For that safety car to go into the pits, and the Frenchman will lead the pace across the line for the restart of the race. Fourth place, the Audi driver. 2 crashes in the exact same place, making the same mistake. A 1 second penalty, and still he remains at the front of the pack. That's a very good advertisement for Audi, I must say. Holding it down for the British team then. Winston seems to be the only British driver doing much driving, but hey, it is what it is. Can't win them all. Into the high speed section of the track. Of course, not very high speed at the moment. However, it will be in just a moment's time as the safety car prepares to enter the track. The race directors will announce to all the drivers, of course, that the safety car is in, and the restart will begin now. The Star Stallion then in second place, following the Frenchman. Third place, Max. Fourth place, Winston. Fifth place, Pixel. Sixth place, Roki. Seventh place, Moody. Eighth place, Flopstar. And anyone lower than that currently cannot be seen. There we go. 9th place, Sax. 10th place, 88. That's a very nice shot of all the cars bunched up together. That's one of the best things of the safety car, of course, for the broadcast. You get these great shots of all the cars bunched up together, especially at night time with the headlights. The French were still leading the race after the restart, lap 22 out of 33. But there's 9 laps to go. Twisted in 15th place. Woodson in 12th, as it stands. Rocking that special edition livery. As they fly through the high speed section of the track, and he has a half-second penalty. Who's that? The Lamborghini driver. The green Lamborghini for a half-second penalty. I'm not sure what got in yet, but here we have Six, the Australian, and our Loki. Like very close to that one. That was very near. Followed by the 8-year car. This could end in tears. So 10th place, 9th place, and 8th place, if I'm seeing that correctly, all seem to be locked into the fight for 8th. As they come into the first turn. And a little bit of contact there from the BMW. Off goes the Porsche. And I don't think he's going to be very happy with that. It's never what you want to see when you're looking into a battle. A bit of contact. Follow behind now at 10th place. Just again at 15th. Rhino at 14th. Tim at 13th. The Green Lamborghini in 11th. 88 in 9th. New in 7th. We have Lobster in 6th. Fixer at 5th. Winston in 4th. Max in 3rd. The Stone Stallion in 2nd. And the Frenchman remains 1st. Eyes on Maxton in the yellow Bumblebee as he flies through this high-speed sector of the track. Everybody out the corner safely by the looks of it. Stallion once again in 2nd place, followed by Max. So third, second, and first currently remains unchanged. There's a decent gap between them. There's a decent gap behind all of them. And it doesn't seem like that's going to change anytime soon. We have a very close race in the midfield. Focus our attention there. Winston in 4th. There's a battle for 4th going on right now between him and the Swede. They can lower those tires as they slam on the brakes into turn 1. Through the first sector. And by the looks of it, I think it was 3 wide. Maybe see him wrong, but I think I saw a car slow down a little bit there. Maybe an issue damage. There's some great high-speed shots coming into this corner. With a long straight leading into the left hand, which is pretty much full throttle. Terrible Tube, the Canadian, 13th place, 12th place at the Green Lamborghini, 11th place at the Loki, the Dutchman, 10th place at the 88 car, BMW, 9th place is S. Woodson in the AMG Mercedes, 6th place at the Lamborghini at New, 7th place is Sets, 6th place is Flopstar, and the unforgettable delivery, of course. Place is Winston, 4th place is Pixel, 3rd place Max, 2nd place to the Stone Stallion, and 1st place to the Frenchman. I've been Pixel then in the Ferrari, 4th place at these times. It was taking the lead from Winston, and Winston is going to fight back. And position, I should say, not lead. So now we have 3 cars looking into this battle now. We have Flopstar, Winston, and Pixel going to the first sector. A lot of action going on here, but the British driver appears to have came off the worst of it. In 7th, Sets in 8th, go to the 9th, Tim in 11th, Loki 12th, Australia in 13th, or 14th. I forget the number. Came off the screen pretty quick there, but here with the 88 BMW. Sponsored by PlayStation, of course. Who else but them? Woodson in the AMG Mercedes. The Lamborghini into the high-speed sector of the track once again for the 25th time of this race. Lap 25 out of 33. So we're in the latter stage of this race, I should say. And these will be the crucial moments, really. This is the point now we have a half-second penalty. These will be the points of the race where positions really get decided. Pit stops are very unlikely unless there's a safety car. But the officials will do their best to avoid that, obviously. Because nobody wants to end a race under a safety car. 3rd place on Max then, into the first turn. remains in first place. Been strong this entire race. The latter end of the race now. And he remains where he's always been, in that first position. Max and the Bumblebee them, third place. Following the Stone Stallion, who is of course following the leader. To the higher speed section of this track. Here they go, the leading car. Winston still in fourth. So at a very high position, considering he's probably had the worst race of everybody. Causing 2 safety cars, in fact, and yet still he remains at the front of the pack. Moving in the Lamborghini, trying for the sweeping turns, a left into a right left. Eyes on the Audi driver again. As they cross the line. For the 27th time in this race. Caught a lot of grass there, ironically, for the Stone Stallion. Third place for Max as he stands, that has not changed. Not too much drama going on through this sector. It's quite a calm place to be as far as battles go. Unless you're already locked into a battle as you enter that sector of the track, you don't tend to see too many starting in that sector of the track. Going for the first position still. Followed by the Stone Stallion and followed by Max. So the top 3 once again remain the same in the 27th lap of this race. It's looking like that might change as Max creeps up on him. Appears to have a speed advantage, but that's all changed in the braking zone. However, I can't see that he'll give up that position very easily. And I think there will be a fight on the hands of the green car ahead of him. 7th place for the Lamborghini then. They have second penalty for the Australian. Sets not looking good for him, followed by the 88 car. In 9th place. 10th place for Rhino and 11th for Flopsy. So far, not too shabby, but I think we could expect a lot more from that machine. And we got a few pit stops happening right now. A lot of people out of fuel. Doesn't seem like many drivers are too worried about saving fuel. There seems to be full speed ahead. Catch those positions while you can. I think everyone's aware that there could be a safety car at any time, so you may as well go full speed ahead in hopes that you can take advantage of a free pit stop under a safety car. BMW driver will exit the pits in 5th place now. Huge advantage from when we last saw the car. Place for the Australian brand new. Once again, my favorite angle of the track. And as they come through, look at it go from those brakes. You won't want to gonna touch them. Says stand in 9th place. As we come through onto the high-speed section of the track. Once again, the 28th time. Move then to the 11th place. Wilson in 10th, the Audi driver. Following 6th. In 9th place. And I'm sure he'll be looking to get himself a bit deeper into that top 10. 7th place for the Bumblebee. He's had a very strong race so far. Not too much drama on his end either. As far as I can tell, I don't think he's going to too many scrapes. Yeah, got in 6th place. 7th now. Overtaken by the Bumblebee, of course. This will be their second battle of the race, and once again in the same turn, in the same sector, Max comes out on top of the same driver. So I think we've concluded who's the better of the two there. Ferrari in 8th. Porsche in 9th, for one of the many Porsches. Winston in 10th place, the only Audi on the grid. Pixel then in the Ferrari, number 8. 7th place for BMW, number 18. 4th place we see in Winston in second position. And the Frenchman, Eisen again, he is currently in 2nd place. He has been dethroned for right now by Flobster, who for the majority of this race, while he wasn't losing by any means, he certainly wasn't at the front. And on the 29th lap out of 33, he's managed to overthrow the Frenchman. And we have a safety car, which could mean many things for the French driver behind him. Is that an advantage because he's able to close the gap, or is that a disadvantage because his tires are going to cool down? Who's the better? And this is the reason for the safety car then, as far as we can tell. Not too high speed of a crash, but debris is debris. So they'll bunch up then for the 3rd time behind the safety car. So, a new leader. We're only 3 laps to go. That changes the game quite a bit. Will the American win? Sporting the special livery, of course, the celebration of July 4th in the coming days. So he'll want to win with that livery in this month. On this track, an American car, an American driver, an American weekend. I don't think he's going to give that one away very easily. Sweet, then in 7th place, followed by Section 8th, and the other Australian, Rhino, in 9th place. So we have Ozzy, 8 and 9, followed by Winston, 10th place. And 11th place we have Mu in the Lamborghini. 12th place we have Tim. 13th place we have Loki in the Porsche, followed by the BMW, who gave him such a brutal contact earlier on. And as we can see by the positions, it's terribly affected his opponent's race. So, bunched up again, and I believe the safety car is in his lap, but I've counted horribly. Look at that, that was a lovely shot in the dark with the headlights going. Still lap number 30. I tell you, these laps feel very long under the safety car. Of course they are. In my brain, we've done about 5 laps. And we still haven't finished the 30th lap. But here we go, 5th place for the Bumblebee. Watching it 4th. Another car sporting the special livery. And there we have the safety car, star of the show, of course. Turn 1. Okay, so there will be now 1 more lap. As predicted, I counted that horribly. So the first sector then, for the final time, under the safety car, under the regulations, the final lap must finish under racing conditions. So even if the safety car were to stay up for another lap, regardless of what might be on the track or what might not be on the track, the safety car is going in for that final lap. Just hope you don't pop your tires. So let's have a look at the standings then. Upstart first, 12 for the second. It's looking like it's going to be a battle between them for this first position. Look, it is more of a 2-lap shootout by the time the safety car goes in. And of course, Lobster will be well aware that the advantage will be that there's not many laps for his opponent to catch him. Disadvantage will be there's not enough laps for him to make any mistakes at all. And he will have to do these final 2 laps to the best of his ability if it is to take that first place. Into the sweeping turns then. Bunched up together, then it should be an interesting restart. There's always a bit of drama on the restart. There's always somebody that doesn't realise it's even restarted yet. And there's always somebody that starts a little bit too soon. So it's always interesting to see how the other drivers react around them, of course. Safety car in then. Lap 31 out of 33, Fobso is in the lead. The Frenchman behind him, who has led the race for the entirety of this race, aside from a few pit stops. But of course, even with that, we still remain the most likely leader. So we have 4th place, Wilson, Max in 5th place, Twisty is in 6th, Picto in 7th, Lamborghini in 8th, with a 4-second penalty. So with 2 laps to go, I think it's safe to say he is out of the race. For some reason the cameraman still seems interested. 8th place then, from me in the other Lamborghini. Behind the Lamborghini with the 4-second penalty. Of course, he will now be a non-competitive car. So the drivers behind it will not be trying too hard to overtake because it's not worth the risk of damage when it's getting ready to slow down 4-second penalties. They're all bunched up as they come into the Hansby sector of the track. Lamborghini will be getting ready to serve that 4-second penalty and he will not be very happy with himself. Full speed ahead then. They come into the sweeping turns. 6th place for BMW. And a bit of drama there for the Bumblebee. A few cars have had to cut the corner there. Presumably some battles trying to outbrake their opponents, and it all goes a bit wrong. Woodson able to have 2nd penalty, but don't kick yourself too much because there's a driver behind you with a 4-second penalty. It could always be worse. 5th place then for the Bumblebee and the E6, the AMG car. 3rd place for the Stone Stallion, heating those brakes on the way through. Second place to the Frenchman on the final lap of this race. And first place, fourth Roadster. As it stands, he is the likely leader of this race. Going then through the high speed. The high speed straight leading into a 4-speed left, which you can barely call it a turn. But it just about qualifies. There's the safety car once again for the final time. We'll give it a hello. Very close at the end of the high-speed sector of the track. Flopster still remains in first place, defending very well against the Frenchman in the AMG Mercedes. And this will be a make or break moment. One little mistake. If it goes wrong now, that's his race done for it. There is no room for mistakes now. The Frenchman appears to be overtaken, but no, he can't quite get it done. Flopster will remain in position into the sweepy turns. Just 1 sector to go now. Through the high speed sector of the track. I don't believe there's too much of a speed advantage between them. I think they are quite level. Of course, on the numbers there, the Frenchman is fastest, but your fastest lap is irrelevant when you're in second place. So let's see what they could do. Checker flags out now, and surely, there we go. There's a win for Flopster. The Frenchman coming in second. Third place, we have the Star Stallion. Fourth place, Max. Fifth place is Woodson. Numbers get a bit baffled there, but all the cars have crossed the line. It is a win. Oh, what's going on here then? He crossed the line, so he will maintain his position, but not sure how he's pulled that off. So there he is then, our winner, the American driver, sporting the American livery in celebration of 4th of July on an American track. Beating a Frenchman is always good. I think he'll be very happy with himself. There was no way he was going to let that win go, not considering the circumstances. And he didn't. Drove very strong for the majority of the race.